I removed my sister-in-law from our shared streaming plan. So my husband and I have this streaming account that basically the whole family uses. It started with just his mom because she's 71 and didn't want to figure out passwords, and honestly that's fine. Then it was his brother, then his brother's girlfriend, then his sister Danielle, who has 3 kids, 5 profiles, 4 households, 1 bill that I pay every month, and I've never once brought it up because it's like 20 bucks and I'm not gonna be weird about 20 bucks. Here's the thing though, the plan caps at 5 streams, and Danielle's household is 4 people who all watch at the same time every single night, so basically nobody else in the family can ever get in. I didn't even notice at first. What I noticed was my mother-in-law calling me in December going, "Honey, it says I've been logged out again. Did we change something?" And I'd walk her through it and she'd get in, and then 2 days later she'd call again. This happened maybe 6 times before I actually looked at the account and saw the device list. 14 devices, 2 of them were Danielle's. The rest I didn't recognize at all. Roku in a bedroom, a smart TV in something called basement, some laptop. So I texted Danielle, really casual, "Hey, random question, do you know who's on the account besides you guys? I've got devices I don't recognize." She goes, "Oh yeah, I gave the login to Marcus and Jenna, and my friend Tara, I think. Is that a problem?" I said, "Kind of, yeah. It's a 5-stream plan and your mom keeps getting kicked out." And she says, "Just get the bigger plan then." I honestly laughed out loud alone in my kitchen. I told her, "I'm not upgrading a plan I pay for so your coworkers can watch. Can you just have them log out?" She said she'd handle it. She did not handle it. 2 weeks go by. My mother-in-law calls me on a Sunday, and she's so apologetic about it, which is the part that got me, like she's the problem. "I don't want to bother you. I know you're busy, it's just that my show is on and it won't let me in." I get her in. 20 minutes later, she calls back. Kicked out again. So I went into the account and I removed every device that wasn't immediate family, and I changed the password, and I texted the new one to my husband, his mom, and his brother. Not Danielle. On purpose. I was going to send it to her once she got her friends off, and I figured she'd text me and we'd have a normal conversation about it. She didn't text me, she called my husband. He comes into the living room holding his phone out like it's a dead animal and goes, "Danielle says you locked her kids out of the TV." I said, "Danielle gave the password to at least 4 strangers and told me to buy a bigger plan about it." He puts her on speaker. She's already going. "You couldn't just call me. You had to do it during the kids' show." Emma cried. I said, "Danielle, your mother has been calling me apologizing for 2 months because she can't watch her own show on an account I pay for." She goes, "Oh, so this is about money. You want me to Venmo you? Is that what this is? Do you want $4? And my husband, who normally does the peacekeeper thing, just said, "Danny, do you have the plan at your house? Like your own?" Silence. Then she says, "We had it. We canceled it." He says, "When?" She says, "I don't know, a while ago." He says, "When, Danny?" And she goes, real quiet, "When mom got it for you guys." So that landed for a second because his mom didn't get it for us. I set it up, I put my card on it, and apparently at some point Danielle told her own household it was handled, canceled her subscription, saved herself the 20 bucks, and then handed my login around like it was a party favor. My husband said, "So you've been billing us for 3 years." She said, "That's such an ugly way to put it." He said, "Put it a pretty way then." She said, "I'm family, you don't nickel and dime family." And I said, "You're right. So when you gave Tara from work the password, was that family? Because I'm nickel and diming her and I don't think she'll mind." She said, "You know what? Forget it. Keep your little account." I said, "That's the plan." She hung up. My mother-in-law called an hour later, whispering like she was doing something illegal, asking if her password still worked. I told her it works, it's not going anywhere, and she can call me anytime. Danielle has posted 3 different times this week, asking if anyone has a login she can borrow.